Hello YouTube. This is a follow-up video to my original video that I put. I don't know, it's been like 3 years now. I'm not sure how long it's been. But this is the follow-up to Bipolar Cure. And I wanted to give an update, a recap, and just kind of clarify things even more than I did originally. Because I get a lot of YouTube messages and emails from people, and they literally just ask the same things over and over again. And I just wanted to kind of summarize and just kind of give you an update of what I found. In summary, the diet that I'm on is pretty much a combination of paleo and Paleo AIP, which is the autoimmune diet. So I really don't eat a lot of grains. I don't eat corn. I don't eat wheat. I don't really eat any of the overly processed grains. I eat a little bit of rice, some brown rice, some white rice here and there, but mostly I get my starches from starchy carbohydrates and fruits and vegetables, and I just stay away from the processed food. That has pretty much helped me be very stable and feel really great. That and the elimination of refined sugar, really taking that out. And like only a few times a week do I have refined sugar in the form of some type of baked good or something, but it's like one meal, one dessert per week, you know? I found that sugar makes me not be able to sleep well at all, and when I don't eat sugar, I wake up very refreshed and invigorated in the morning, and I just feel great. So I also don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is a form of sugar, and it never makes me really feel good, and it always dehydrates me. I do drink coffee, but I really stick to organic coffee, and I'm experimenting with different coffees that don't upset my stomach and make me feel really good. But anytime you eat something you don't feel good afterwards, that's a sign that you're not eating the right thing, or it's probably shouldn't be eaten. You know, you should feel invigorated. Cutting out sugar really helps you feel energized when you eat food. So number one thing, if you can cut out refined sugar and reduce all sugar in your life, that's not only going to help your nervous system and your mental health, but that will help your weight loss. You'll have effortless weight loss. It's incredible how good you look when you don't eat refined sugar and you just eat whole foods. It's just incredibly hard. It's a discipline thing. I also really like Terry Walhs. She has the kind of like an autoimmune version of the paleo, but her big thing is I think 9 servings of vegetables a day. I'm not quite at 9. I'm probably more like 4, but I found that the more vegetables I eat, the better I feel. I also eat a lot of organic meat. I stick to the healthiest meat I can find. I try to eat fattier meats. I'm experimenting more with bone broth because I know a lot of people online in the community have healed their stomachs with bone broth. So as far as like a health thing, I would say the Paleo AIP, Terry Walhs, Walhs protocol, bone broth, anything to heal your gut, research it, probiotics, whatever you can to heal your gut. But that short list, no alcohol, no grains, an autoimmune diet, bone broth, also supplements. I take zinc picolinate. I take about 30 to 60 milligrams a day. I don't take any more than that. And then magnesium glycinate, I take about 120 milligrams at nighttime. But I really had to experiment with that because you can take too much magnesium, you can take too much zinc. But those 2 supplements were game changers for me with as far as mood stabilization, energy, willpower, stamina, strength, sleep. I'm convinced most people in the United States are magnesium deficient. That's my own personal opinion because everybody's drinking coffee, which makes you pee out your minerals, and people crave chocolate like there's no tomorrow. Well, chocolate's one of the richest sources of magnesium. And as soon as I started supplementing magnesium, I no longer had an issue with craving chocolate. So I'm convinced that magnesium is what I needed. Plus, I also suffered from a lot of muscle twitches and like magnesium deficiency and stuff like that. So anyway, I love this stuff. I love nutrition. I love figuring out why your body does certain things and kind of sleuthing it out and figuring out the detective work of why is my body giving me these symptoms, good or bad, and how is my diet, sleep, and lifestyle affecting that, how are my stress levels affecting that. So I hope this is of value to you. I hope everyone that follows on my channel, that you guys are encouraged that you're more than a mental illness. You have symptoms of mental illness. You are not diagnosed with a permanent condition. Your body is sick, your stomach is sick, your mind is sick, your nervous system is sick, and it needs to be healed. Some are more severe than others, but I am 100% convinced after living my own life now for 5 years off medication, maybe it's 6 years, working more than I've ever worked, being more stable than I've ever been, feeling mentally and physically well, and not having any of the episodes that I ever had in 5 or 6 years. That's incredible. I had episodes every 3 to 4 months when I was mentally ill. So certainly not all mental illness is caused by diet and lifestyle, but mental illness is completely dependent on diet and lifestyle as far as recovery and feeling better overall. So I hope that this gives you that little motivation of, man, I should look into that. I should look into the paleo movement. I should look into the ketogenic diet. I should look into autoimmune diets. I should look into gut health and gut healing. Man, I've never had good digestion. Man, I've never had good sleep. I always feel stressed because I want you all to be healed. I want you to be living your best, most vibrant life. I don't want you to be shackled by mental illness or mood disorders or anxiety. That's the other thing. Anxiety for me is directly related to dehydration and, believe it or not, dairy products. I'm not sure if it's the lactic acid that builds up from the dairy or the acidity in my blood or the calcium itself from the dairy, but if I consume too much dairy, cheeses, anything, I start to get really bad anxiety. So people with anxiety and skin disorders and eczema and breaking out on their skin, look to dairy and wheat. But dairy is like the number one thing I see with people that have weird skin disorders. It's dairy related. Turns out they eat a crap ton of dairy, and it's like, dairy is not evil, in my opinion. It's modern dairy that's processed, doesn't have nutrients, doesn't have enzymes. It's crap. It's like crap. It tastes delicious, but it's terrible for you. So if you're going to eat dairy products, please try to get organic, try to get pasture raised, try to get the healthiest version you can get if you can tolerate it. But if not, if you have severe health problems, consider giving these diets a try. Consider taking my advice. I'm not a medical expert, but I am an enthusiast of nutrition, and I have healed myself. So I just want you to know that healing is out there, and it's completely within your control, and it's up to you and your willpower and your determination to have the best health that you can ever have and have vibrant health. So if there's any questions, you guys can email me, you can comment. I am on Facebook, Jared W. Sherman, so you can message me there. It does get a little bit redundant when I get people messaging me the same diet. Again, I do a Paleo AIP diet. I do a Walhs protocol diet. And I pretty much stick off wheat and dairy, and I take magnesium, stay away from the caffeine, the sugar. But that alone has revolutionized my health and made me feel fantastic. So I want to be there for you guys, and I'll try to post more of things I find, but that should be enough to keep you guys going. But I love you all. I hope you're doing well. Keep growing, keep loving your life, and become the best version of yourself you can possibly be. All right, see ya.